Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. So today I gathered up my Halloween stuff on a plastic mat and took it off of my desk, and I want to just put some papers in this journal. I'm just going to bind the papers. I'm not doing any decorating or anything. So I have everything ready. I'm going to go through my signatures and just see what I put in here. Some of my papers, as you can see here, need to be maybe cut down a little bit. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to go through all the signatures and see what we have, and then get all my papers aligned and in order, clip them together, and we're going to bind them into this book. So I can put this aside for now. And let's take a look at these. All right, so I know this paper, this is one of my avocado dyed papers, and I know it is a little bit larger than a regular sheet of paper. Oh, I guess this is it upside down here? Let's see. Okay, we're going the right way now. And I loved this page. It's from an old magazine. It was very thin. So I just folded it and then folded this up again to give it a little bit of support and made a little pocket. So let's go ahead and we just have this one page that is a little larger than normal. The height is okay. I just wanted to, let's see. Actually, let's do it. I'm just gonna fold it this way. And then let's find the center of it again. Okay, so that works. So what do we have here? Let's see, got one. Music page that I've turned into some pockets. And then this is the center, okay. And I'm just gonna go ahead and cut a little bit of this off. Let's use our messy ruler. I'm just showing a little bit of the process here. Well, the way that I do it, I just grab a bunch of different papers, different sizes, whatever you have on hand. The thing I always say is remember that there are no rules here. There are no rules for a junk journal. So just whatever you have on hand, book pages, music, dictionary, if you have jelly print, dyed papers, whatever you have. So after I gather up my papers, and I just kind of put them together roughly in 3 piles for my 3 signatures. And then I start going through and looking at the size of the papers and if I need to alter any of them. And that can be just folding it. Sometimes you can, fold it up and make a pocket. And this is the part where you can just get creative. Now, this is the other important thing for me is I like to make a template. I think it just makes it really easy when you are doing your binding. And the easiest thing to do instead of measuring is to just get a piece of paper that is the size of your spine and fold that piece of paper. So I folded in half to get the middle, and then I got the edges. So I'm going to mark this on the spine of my book. And then to get the center of my spine, again, I'm just going to take that template and fold it in half lengthwise. So to me, this is so much easier than measuring. And I'm inking it up so that I can see, and also you guys can see in the video. So I'm just going to line my template up, and then I don't even have it all. I have a large push pin. I have a couple of these jumbo push pins, and I've been okay using the jumbo push pin. It's easy because there's a lot to hold on to, and it just pokes right through. And then I'm just going to go ahead and poke those through my holes, and then I am going to have my spine done, and I'd be ready to sew in my signatures. So I'll be doing the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but I'm doing it a little bit different. You can see I'm getting buttons here. So the way that I will be doing it is when my needle goes through my page and out the spine, it's going to wrap around a button and then come back into the middle of my signature. So we will get to that. I'm going to make my holes in this first signature. So I'm just using some clips to hold my pages together. I got them all lined up. Just make sure that your signatures are together the way that you want them to be first. And then I'm using waxed thread because it has that extra strength, and making sure that my needle fits through the buttons first because I like to use this extra long needle. So I'm going to show one going kind of fast, the same speed that I'm going right now, and then I'm going to slow it down. But you can see I'm just putting, and you can start anywhere, I'm just putting my needle through. Make sure that you're on your first, you have your correct signature and everything lined up where you want to be. But I'm just going through and then wrapping around that button and come back down through the same hole. So you can see here, sometimes it will go poke right through. And I think that's what happens once I get this first signature in, but you can just kind of put your needle through the different layers, and that's why I like the extra long needle. So here I'm starting with the second one, and you can see I'm slowing down a little bit here, so it's going more normal speed. So I'm going up through that button, and I'm going to push it down, and then we're going to go back down and through that same hole. So it's really easy, and it looks so cute, and especially if you have a small journal that is just a little spine and you just have one signature, you can use nice big chunky buttons and it looks really cute. So I'm just going to continue here. Once I get the third hole done, then when I come back up through, I'm just going to tie that off in a knot, and then I can get some more thread and start with the middle signature. So another thing to mention if you want to try this is to make sure that your 3 buttons, since they are going across your spine, you just have to make sure that they're going to fit right next to each other. So you kind of have to pick smaller buttons. Another option would be when you're making your template for your holes, you could stagger the holes so that, say, maybe one in the middle signature will come down a little bit, or however you want to do it. And then that way they can fit on your spine. You could also use beads, and you just do it the same way, where your needle would come out, go through the bead, and then come back down into the center of the signature in that same hole. So now that I have my first signature sewn in, as you can see here, and you can see my buttons. So I'm going to lay my book flat, and I'm going to take these large clips, and then I'm just going to clip my pages down so that they're out of the way. And then we will start on the middle signature. So I'm going to pull that in, and we're just going to look at the papers first, get them all nice and lined up, and then clip them so that they don't move. This book is a little taller than normal, so I can keep some pages that are different heights. So that makes it even more important to try to get things lined up the way that I want them to. And then when I get to the center signature, I do like to ink that up because you're going to see it, and it just makes it look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to fold these just so I can get to ink that up. And I usually have these extra long paper clips, but I have no idea where they are right now. You guys, if you would see my room, it is a little bit of a mess because I'm in the middle of Halloween, and oh my goodness, I've just been going a little crazy. So now I'm going to use my template and mark where those holes are going to be, and then poke them through, and then we can start sewing this signature in. So I'm just going to show one more, this center signature, sewing it in, and then I am going to skip to doing the flip through. So now I can take those two signatures that I have, the first in the middle, and I'll do the same thing, clip them down and put in my last signature. So I will show you here. This is what it looks like. Super cute, and just a little bit of a different way to do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch. So let's take a look at this. Let me open this up. I did not attach anything to the cover. I have some flowers and some things, but I just kind of made it into an altered paper clip for now because I didn't want to attach anything. I want her to decorate it herself. So, and got this boho bead. It's perfect. How perfect the colors with the dark blue and everything in here. And this is a piece of sari silk I tied around here, and I just laid this stuff on here. So I'm going to put this aside for now. So let me hold this up so you can see what I'm talking about. It is just something a little bit different, and I really loved the idea. I got this from Karen Anderson, who is Vintage Elegance Inspiration. I will link her channel. She does some beautiful things, but she taught a class at a retreat this summer, and we did this in a journal that we made. And I just really thought the idea was super cute. So on the inside here, I just have a pocket with a large tag that I did. Believe in your magic. So that was perfect to go down in here, this large pocket. Then I have some of my eco dyed paper. So again, let me just show you here quickly. There's 3 signatures in here, and I just wanted to do a quick flip through because you can really see the papers. So when I was doing my eco dyed papers, I had some that the papers ripped in the middle, and I did messy sewing. And I actually really love the way it looks. It's kind of really grungy, vintage looking. So I just put one of these on the 3 signatures. So just have a receipt thing here. I did some stamping on pages. It's a book page. And then, so this stuff here that's pink is avocado dyed paper. Look at that one, avocado dyed paper. And then this was a vintage, like a newspaper or a magazine or something. And I just flipped it up. I turned it into a little pocket on the other side. And then here I did one of my altered paper clips on this page, and I put some leaves in here. This ended up kind of being a little bit of a botanical signature. And then here, this is a book page I turned into just a pocket and got one of my tags. And then this is a plain one that she can decorate and do what she wants with it. Some goodies just to decorate here, textured pieces, some more papers, some crunchy tracing paper, and jelly print in the middle, and then the music page. And I kind of folded this that I've got a little tuck here, and then there's a pocket here. Pocket here, and then I just added some vintage lace pieces. More stamping. Oh, and then here, this is a paper clip, altered paper clip, and I put some of my flower fairies from my one digital kit in here. Some bling, the other side of that magazine. Graph paper. I love this paper. I don't know if that's like a rice paper, I guess, with gold flecks in it. And then we are at the end going to the second signature. Jelly print. Oh, this is cool. It's a vintage, I guess this is a stock bond receipt. And I just did a little tuck here. So I put some blue dyed papers. Map. A eco print book page. Another piece of a rice paper. Ledger receipt paper. And then this is an advertisement, a newspaper. So you can see I did lots of yellows and greens in this one. Some receipt paper, little pocket here. This was a book page. And then this flips out with some goodies in there. We have dolls in the middle. Let's see, so we saw all these pages. This is the other side of the that newspaper, and I just tucked some paper in there. So you get the idea here. We've got the map, dyed papers, jelly prints. Then we're going to the third signature here. I love this paper, the eco print paper. The colors are so pretty. I put some leaf die cuts on this little piece. Book page with some trees. And this I just picked because of the colors, blue and orange. Book page. Tea dyed. Jelly prints, magazine, some music. Oh, I clipped on one of my grungy photos that I just did in one of my last videos. Clipped it in there. Got a rusty paper here. And we'll check. Okay, and then this, we've got two big pockets, so I put a bunch of my embossed paper that I kind of grunged up. They're just fun to kind of layer up or use on tags or whatever you want. And then getting to the middle of this one, I loved this page, also from that book. And then I have two pockets here in the center. So I put some plain embossed papers that I didn't do anything to, just white, and some tags here. And then in the other side, I just put some ephemera pieces in this bag, glassine bag that I grunged up, and some postcards. And then we're pretty much getting to the end with that check. This graph paper that I don't even know. I don't know if this is from one of my girls from school or where this came from, but I tea dyed it and I actually really love it that it's got the writing on it. It's kind of fun. I think that is one of my girls. Music. The other side of that magazine. Jelly prints, and then we're getting to the end here. And then that is it. So super cute. We got lots of fun paper in here, so she should really have fun using it. Hopefully when she takes the goodies out that I put in, it's not too big. I tried to keep it under control. So that's it. And then I just wanted to put these things on the top when I tie it together and send it to her. And I was just going to include this in case she wants to use it on the cover, or maybe she just wants to, I don't know, keep it as an altered paper clip. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, thank you so much for joining me.